How's it going, everybody? Zumwar here, and today I'm actually making a bell making guide. I actually just got done with an 8-hour live stream where I was testing out this bell making guide, and I had pretty good results. I was able to make around 100k an hour from 4 to 8 a.m., which I think is like the hottest part to make bells in April currently, and I'll explain all that in a minute. And then from 8 a.m. to about 5 p.m. I tested a different format, a different method, which was also very good. It was like about 80 to 90k an hour, but just not quite as good as 4 to 8 a.m. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So in this bell making guide, I go after specifically, obviously, the best way to make money in Animal Crossing is turnips. It always has been, it always will be, and there's nothing really around that. But if you don't really have the money to invest in turnips, or you don't want to use turnips like me, then the best way to do it is by catching both fish and bugs. You might think like just farming one or the other is the best way, but no, you got to go for both. And I found the best way to do that. So the best way is from 4 to 8 a.m. and you want to target some specific bugs and fish, and I'm going to tell you how you do that. But first we'll go over the bugs and fish. So you're going to want to get this guy, peacock butterfly. He's worth 2,500. You're going to want to look out for these guys. Not necessarily, I didn't actually see any of these guys, but every now and again you'll see them in the river and you can just grab them. They're worth 2,000 each. And then you want to go for these guys. They're worth 2,400 each, so they're pretty good. They spawn on stumps. We'll get into that in a minute. You're going to want to go after these guys too. They're worth 1,500. They kind of just run around, but you don't necessarily see them too often. I think I only got a couple of them during that entire time. This guy is pretty important. You're going to want to definitely keep a lookout for these guys. They spawn on flowers and they're worth 1,000 each. And from that, you're going to want to look out for these hermit crabs. They spawn on the beach. Very, very, very common. They're worth 1,000 each. And those are all the bugs that you can catch from around 4 to 8 a.m., or at least the ones that you want to kind of keep your eye out for. There's more bugs that you can catch, just like there's going to be more fish that you can catch, but these are the ones that you want to keep your eye out for. So the seahorse is worth 1.1k. It's worth 1,100 bells, and it's a tiny fish in the sea, the ocean, so it's worth catching. The clownfish is only worth 650, so if you get them, they're not great, but you might as well keep them just to sell them, I guess. The surgeonfish is worth 1,000, and that's the size of a horse mackerel. They're pretty common, to be honest. These guys are also worth 1,000, and they are the size of a horse mackerel as well. So you definitely want to be catching the horse mackerel size fish, the really small one that's just bigger than the smallest size, because you get some horse mackerels, but not that many. The lionfish is only worth 500, so it's not really that good. But with that size fish, you can also get the barred knife jaw, which is worth 5,000. That's the same size as the lionfish, these two guys. But you can also get the dab, which is not worth very much, and the squid, which is not worth very much, worth 500 as well. Zebra, turkeyfish, and squid are both worth 500. Not really worth it. But you're looking out for this guy, it's worth 5,000. You're looking out for this guy, it's worth 3,000. He's about the same size as the sea bass, very similar size. And of course, you're always going to be looking out for the 3 big fish, oarfish. These are all worth a lot. I think he's worth 9,000. He's worth 12,000, I believe, and he's worth 7,000. You catch these two on the dock, and I'll explain that as we go along. So those pretty much the fish and bugs that you want to be looking out for. But essentially what you're going to do is here, I'll start at the top. All I did for both of those sessions where I was farming stuff is I made an area like this next to my sea that has a bunch of stumps, because the stumps are important for the jewel beetle, if you guys remember. That beetle sells for 2,400. It's a kind of rare spawn, but it's not that rare when you have a bunch of stumps like this next to each other. The rest is filled out with flowers, and I have dotted in there, I have crossbred flowers. So you see the blue flowers, like this flower here, and this orange flower here, and this orange flower here. Flowers like that. I think I have some pink flowers in there too somewhere. Flowers like that are crossbred, that meaning they are flowers that are not white, red, or yellow. So white, red, and yellow are regular flowers. Crossbred flowers are any other color besides that. Those flowers spawn a really important butterfly. They spawn the peacock butterfly, which is worth 2,500. It's a very important butterfly because it's very common once you have these crossbred flowers. So you're going to want to get those. That's a different tutorial video than this one if you want to learn how to do that. But I have those dotted in here. so they'll spawn as well. And essentially what I would do is I would walk along the shore, I would catch any fish I see in the ocean, and you want to catch any bugs that you see in here, specifically the bugs that I listed, because you don't want to waste your durability on your net, you know, wasting time getting bugs that are not worth very much. So you only want to get the bugs that I listed. The fish that I listed, I kind of just catch every single fish and I sell them all, but the ones that I listed are the ones that are worth the most. So, you know, if you have to get rid of a fish, make sure you get rid of like a horse mackerel or a sea bass. And essentially I would just walk down here. I have some flowers down here too, but every now and again these would have a peacock butterfly. And I would walk all the way down to my dock. My dock is on this side of the island as well, which helps me. Oops, my map used to be there. So I'd walk just from my dock up to the top rock way up there. It's literally all I would do. And I went back and forth for about like 4 hours and I made about 400 grand. And the thing also, you see I have this sign here. This is from my chat. Someone called this place Balloon Meadows, so we made a sign to represent it. Balloons spawn in the morning on this side of the map for me, and they come in through there. So I would shoot down balloons as I was farming all of these bugs and fish. And I wasn't really speed running it, as it were. I was just literally walking up and down, just kind of farming, just casually catching bugs, chatting with chat, and catching fish. And you'll see that in the live stream. But let's get into not everybody's going to be awake from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. I understand that. So I made another guide that's very similar, but it's made for people who are playing during the day, specifically from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. So you're actually going to be looking for the exact same fish. It's the same fish, the seahorse, the barred knife jaw, the surgeon fish, the butterfly fish, the red snapper, and then of course the big fish over here, oarfish, blue marlin tuna. But it's different bugs because the bugs spawn at different times, except for the peacock butterfly. The peacock butterfly you can still catch, and you still definitely want to take advantage of those crossbred flowers, catching that guy at 2,500 a butterfly. You're going to want to look out for this butterfly. He's worth 3,000 each. They're kind of hard to catch, but they're good money, And this butterfly here, you're going to want to look out. He's 1,000 each. They spawn during the day, as you can see. The these are kind of rare, the Rahaj, but they're worth 2,500 each. And the Madagascaran is also pretty rare, but it's worth 2,500, and they spawn during the day. And then after that, you're gonna want to look out for the orchid mantis. They're worth 2,400 each, and they spawn on flowers, so they're gonna be on those flowers that we walked by. Again, tiger beetle worth 1,500, jewel beetle worth 2,400. And those are actually all the bugs you can look out for, because these other ones do not spawn during the day. And those are the bugs and fish you're gonna want to look out for. And still, it's the same exact thing. The jewel beetle spawns on these stumps pretty commonly. The orchid mantis spawns on these flowers, and the butterflies just spawn near the flowers. So you just walk up, you catch every single fish and every single bug, or not every single bug, just those bugs, and you sell them for around 80 to 90K. Now, I will note that during the day, I kind of experienced less and less good fish. So I was catching a lot more squids, dabs, horse mackerel, and sea bass. I was catching a lot more of those than I was during the morning hours, which is kind of strange. I don't really know if that's a thing, but it seemed like it was for sure. So because of that, we weren't making as much money, and the fact that the butterflies are rare, but it was still good enough money that you're getting, see, like another dab, that you're getting your bang for your buck. But at least, guys, hey, at least the eggs have not spawned near as much. Am I right? That patch is amazing. The eggs are way less. It used to literally be all eggs. See, look, this butterfly right here, that's 1,000 bells. That's during the day. Anyway, so the rest of the video is going to be highlights from the stream that I recorded doing all of this. And you'll see my results and the money I made and whatnot and everything in action. So I hope you enjoy the video. I like discovering this stuff from my own. I know I could have looked it up, but I like discovering this stuff from my own. Which is why I like testing stuff. but it's going to be involving the jewel beetle that spawns on these stumps. That's why I have... Wait, what did I just catch? Oh, I was like just trying to hit the stump. I didn't even see that there. And it's going to involve the peacock butterfly, which is why I have the crossbred flowers around. And it's going to involve the orange man stink bug, which is why I have all the other flowers there too. And also, obviously, ocean fishing. Oh my gosh, the barred knife jaw. Okay, dude, the egg getting patched is amazing. So that means we can start catching fish like that size, too. And these guys now start spawning, which are worth flipping 2,500. Barred knife jaw 5K, 2,500. That's 7,500 right there. And then we're gonna walk to this bridge to look for giant fish as well. We only got one barred knife jaw, but that's a lot better than an egg. Holy crap. One barred knife jaw is worth how many eggs? 25 eggs? One barred knife jaw versus 25 eggs. Plus now all these other different size fish are actually spawning. Before they weren't spawning at all because they would just be taken up by egg spawns. This is just a sea bass, but still, you know? Still. That's technically 2 eggs right there. There we go. Wow, that's the first, what do you call this guy? Something stink bug, man-face stink bug tonight, which is pretty crazy. Normally these guys are really, really common. But that's 1,000, so get the golden slingshot out. There's an Easter balloon up there. I'm not even going to worry about those. That's 1,000 bells. Nice. How long have I played this? Probably like 150 hours. Nice. 2 barred knife jaws before we catch 2 eggs, dude. That's insane. Yeah, this new egg patch is the best thing that Nintendo's done to this game so far. Well, and remove the Duke bug, but still. We're getting not many bug spawns. But these are quality bug spawns for the most part, so at least we're not getting like a bunch of white butterflies and yellow butterflies like that, like a tiger butterfly up there. So it's not too bad, but it's not too great either. Oh wow, this is our first ore fish of the month of April. So yeah, this is pretty good. Now that we have the less eggs, this is our first big fish of the month of April. Holy cow, that's awesome. I remember I remember us oh, this was like my first day of school. The only reason I remember this story is because my brother told me it. It reminded me of it, I guess. It's like my first day of school in kindergarten. And my brother, who's 3 years older than me, it was the same school. It was a grade school, obviously. But we just finished the day of school, and I was at the bus stop with my brother, and there's a couple other kids there. And so how old was I if I was in kindergarten? I was like 5. My brother was like 8 or something. Yeah, something like that, 8 or 9. And then I saw this person. Apparently, I don't remember this, but my brother told me the story. I kind of remember it. So my brother, I saw someone, and I went up to my brother and I asked him, "Is that person a boy or a girl?" And he's like, "I don't know. Go ask him." But he didn't actually want me to go ask him. He was just kind of like joking around. But little me went over and asked him, "Are you a boy or a girl?" Never met this person in my life. Walk up to ask him, like, "Are you a boy or a girl?" I don't even remember their response. But my brother was dying laughing because I actually did it. Oh, the innocence of kids, man. I love it. I love it, dude. We're getting a lot of wharf roaches. That's one of the negative effects of this money-making strat on the side here. It's spawning wharf roaches instead of the butterflies and the stink bugs and the jewel beetle, which are a more rare spawn. You could technically put items down on the rocks and that would make it so wharf roaches can't spawn, but I don't really like exploiting that. I kind of like it being natural. What the heck? What are you doing outside my house? I already gave you all your money. Get the heck out of my property. Get off my property. Get out of here. Yeah, that's right. Flippin' cheapskate. Another oarfish, man, look at that. Emergency number is unknown to the public. What? That seems inconvenient. Someone else's cat just gave birth. Yeah, Zero's cat. Same issue with the centimeter. America loves being different. I'm pretty sure there's a load of countries that are different. I'm pretty sure basically every country is different. But yeah, I agree. We should start using meters and stuff. Oh wow, a third oarfish. Jeez. Killing it. You guys, I recommend doing this, by the way. I recommend making sure that you have the same thing in the same spot every single time, so that way you can grab it as fast as you can. I like having my fishing rod up there, or my net up there, my fishing rod right there, golden slingshot there, ladder there, vaulting pole there, shovel there, and then watering can there, and then axe right here. That's what I like doing. Just makes it quicker, so you don't even have to look at it. You just know right is fishing rod, down slingshot. So I made... If I wasn't using the drop-off box, I would have made 381,000. 381,000, so that's almost 100,000 an hour. Very close to, anyway. 100,000 an hour using that money-making strat. It's technically 95,000 bells an hour. Which is not bad at all, to be honest. We're planting 90K. That's an expensive tree right there. This is Alex's island, right? It is! Alright, cool. What the heck is this thing? Ants. We got ants! Yes! Tell me where the queen is! Yay, now I don't need this anymore. Please close the window. I'm in the middle of doing a thing, though. There we go. Thank you. Now give me all your money! Or not. These butterflies, the problem with these butterflies is that they're rare. That's the issue with grinding bells right now in the midday. Oh, Gulliver's Travels. When you come across someone in trouble on the beach, you help them, setting a fine example for all the island residents. Such kindness will surely find its way back to you. What's wrong with that? Kindness. Oh, wow, good catch, Specular. Kindness. Nintendo not even proofreading their stuff. Oh my god. We got them. Ladies and gentlemen, we got them. Dude, I swear that these are more common now. Like, I should be, like, before I was getting more dories and stuff. I'm getting so many dabs, olive flounders, horse mackerels and stuff. Like, look at that. Crazy. Alright, let's see how much money we made in that time. Mussel shoot. I'll save that, why not? The oarfish is gonna help this. $26,000. It's actually more than I thought. 88K. So we got 88K from fishing for 88K an hour. fishing and catching bugs in between, what is it, 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Okay, that's not too bad. So it's like 80 to 90K an hour fishing and catching those bugs from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it's like around 100K an hour for 4 to 8 a.m. I figured 4 to 8 a.m. would be the most money. And that's kind of just like chill catching them. It's not like rushing to catch them, you know what I mean? Just chill bug catching and fishing.